You get the lab results back and your PSA is elevated compared to last year. Your doctor says, let's just keep an eye on this, but suddenly that number is the only thing on your mind. It's sitting at 4.8. Last year it was 3.6. You go home and immediately start searching online for prostate health vitamins. You're hit with hundreds of search results, supplements promising to help, but which ones are actually backed by science? And more importantly, which ones might be doing more harm than good? I spent years digging through research studies trying to answer these exact questions, not for a job or a degree, but because I genuinely needed to know. What I discovered in those papers completely shifted my understanding of vitamins and prostate health. Today, I'm sharing exactly what I learned. 5 vitamins that research suggests may have concerning associations when taken at high doses, and 3 vitamins that multiple large studies have linked to better prostate health patterns. Everything I'm sharing today comes from published research studies from major institutions like Harvard, Johns Hopkins, and the National Institutes of Health. I will tell you exactly where each finding originates so you can verify it yourself. At the end, I'll give you a simple summary you can take to your doctor to have an informed conversation. If you want that summary right now, just type research in the comments and I'll send it over. But first, the most important disclaimer: this is educational information only. I am not giving medical advice. Never change your health routine without talking to your doctor first. If your PSA is high, you need proper medical care. This video is about understanding the research, not replacing your healthcare team. Okay, let's dive into what the studies actually show, starting with the 5 vitamins that surprised me. Number 5 is vitamin E, specifically the synthetic, high dose kind. For years, vitamin E was considered helpful, but then came the SELECT trial. This massive study, published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, followed over 35,000 men for years. Half took vitamin E, half took a placebo. The results shocked researchers. Men taking 400 international units, IU, of synthetic vitamin E daily showed a statistically significant increase in certain unfavorable prostate outcomes. They actually stopped the trial early because of these findings. Here's what matters: the form makes a huge difference. Most supplements use synthetic vitamin E, listed as DL alpha tocopherol. Notice the DL at the start. Natural vitamin E from food is D alpha tocopherol with just a D. That small letter difference represents a massive difference in how your body processes it. Research suggests synthetic forms at high doses may promote oxidative stress in some tissues. Does this mean all vitamin E is bad? No. Vitamin E from foods like almonds, sunflower seeds, and spinach appears beneficial. The concern is specifically regarding high-dose synthetic supplements. Check your bottles. If it says DL alpha and is over 100 IU, that is synthetic and relatively high dose. Talk to your doctor about whether that makes sense for you. If you want vitamin E, a handful of almonds or sunflower seeds provides it naturally. Number 4 is folic acid, synthetic, high dose. Folic acid is added to most multivitamins and fortified cereals. It sounds healthy, but research on folic acid and prostate health tells a different story. A study in the Journal of the National Cancer Institute followed men taking folic acid supplements for years. They found that men taking 1 milligram or more of synthetic folic acid daily showed different patterns in prostate tissue compared to men with lower intake. Researchers believe that synthetic folic acid is chemically different from the natural folate found in food. High doses can accumulate in your blood in an unmetabolized form, and some research suggests this accumulation might influence cell growth in less than ideal ways. Natural folate from leafy greens, lentils, and beans doesn't cause this buildup. Your body processes it and uses exactly what it needs. Check your multivitamin label. If the folic acid content is above 400 micrograms, and especially if it's close to 1,000 micrograms, talk to your doctor. Meanwhile, 2 cups of spinach or a cup of lentils gives you natural folate without the concerns. Number 3 is vitamin A, specifically the retinol form at high doses. Vitamin A is essential for vision and immunity, but for prostate health, the form and dose matter immensely. Studies have found mixed results with high-dose preformed vitamin A, known as retinol. Some research suggests very high intake from supplements may be associated with less favorable prostate patterns. Retinol accumulates in tissues at high levels, which might affect cell growth and differentiation. Interestingly, beta carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A only as needed, doesn't show these same concerns because your body self regulates it. Most multivitamins contain preformed vitamin A as retinol palmitate. If it's above 5,000 IU, research suggests this could be on the high side. Look at your labels, check the form, and ask your doctor if your current intake is appropriate. For most people, getting vitamin A from colorful vegetables like sweet potatoes and carrots provides beta carotene that your body can safely convert. Number two is selenium in excessive amounts. This trace mineral is often found in prostate formulas. While some research supports its benefits at the right dose, the SELECT trial also studied selenium. Men took 200 micrograms daily, and the results didn't show the expected benefits. In some groups, there were actually unfavorable associations. Researchers learned that selenium follows a U-shaped curve. Too little is problematic, the right amount may be beneficial, but too much swings back to being concerning. The issue is that many foods are rich in selenium. Just two Brazil nuts provide about 200 micrograms. If you eat fish, chicken, or whole grains regularly and take a supplement with 100 to 200 micrograms, your total could be excessive. Research suggests too much selenium can create oxidative stress rather than reduce it. Think about your diet first. If you eat Brazil nuts or poultry regularly, you might be getting plenty. If you do supplement, keeping it low, maybe 50 to 100 micrograms, might be wiser, or ask your doctor about testing your levels first. Number one is calcium, specifically high dose supplements. This one surprises everyone, but research from Harvard and other institutions found associations between very high calcium intake, especially from supplements, and less favorable prostate health patterns. Men getting more than 2,000 milligrams daily showed different prostate characteristics. One theory is that very high calcium interferes with vitamin D metabolism, which is crucial for prostate health. Another theory involves calcium's effects on cell signaling. This doesn't mean calcium is bad. Moderate amounts from food are important for bones. The concern is high dose supplements stacked on top of calcium rich diets. Add up your total calcium from yogurt, milk, and supplements. If it's over 2,000 or total, talk to your doctor. Getting most calcium from food rather than large supplements may be better. Those are the 5 vitamins that research raised questions about at high doses. Now let's look at 3 vitamins that research has linked with better prostate health. Number 3 is vitamin K2. Most people haven't heard of this, but research over the past 2 decades is revealing. Vitamin K2 directs calcium to your bones where you need it and away from soft tissues where you don't want it building up. A large European study called EPIC followed thousands of men for over a decade. Men with higher vitamin K2 intake showed more favorable prostate health patterns over time. The association was strong enough that researchers called for more investigation. The proposed mechanism is that by keeping calcium out of prostate tissue, K2 may help maintain healthier cellular environments. It also appears to have anti-inflammatory properties. The challenge is that K2 is rare in Western diets. It is found in fermented foods like natto and in small amounts in grass-fed dairy and egg yolks. Talk to your doctor about vitamin K2, especially if you take vitamin D or calcium. Studies typically look at 100 to 200 micrograms daily of the MK7 form. Important note, if you take blood thinners, K2 affects clotting, so medical supervision is essential. Number 2 is vitamin D3. If I could only talk about one vitamin, it would be this one. The research here is extensive and consistent. Vitamin D receptors are abundant in prostate tissue, and when vitamin D binds to them, it influences over 200 genes related to cell growth and inflammation. A 2019 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology looked at over 2,400 men. Those with vitamin D levels below 20 ng/ml showed notably different prostate patterns compared to men with levels above 40. Dozens of other studies found similar associations. The problem is that studies estimate 40% to 60% of American men have low vitamin D, and that number is higher after age 60 due to less sun exposure and reduced skin production. Testing is key. Ask your doctor for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D test. Research suggests optimal levels are between 40 and 60 ng/ml. If you are low, supplementation might help. Studies typically examine 2,000 to 5,000 IU of D3 daily, but your doctor should determine your dose based on your test results. Vitamin D may work better when paired with K2. Number 1 is vitamin B12, specifically methylcobalamin. B12 is essential for DNA synthesis and healthy cell division. Research suggests adequate B12 is important for maintaining proper cell growth patterns throughout the body. Studies found that men with low B12 show different cellular characteristics compared to men with optimal levels. B12 is crucial for methylation, a process that influences gene expression, and it is linked with inflammation levels. The challenge is that B12 absorption drops significantly after age 60 because stomach acid decreases naturally, and you need stomach acid to absorb B12 from food. Medications like metformin and acid reducers make this worse. Studies estimate 30% to 40% of men over 60 have low B12. Ask your doctor about testing your B12 levels. Optimal is generally above 400 pg/ml, though some prefer above 600. If you need to supplement, methylcobalamin is better than cyanocobalamin. Methylcobalamin is active and ready to use, while cyanocobalamin requires conversion that gets less efficient with age. B12 is water soluble, so excess is excreted, making it safe. Sublingual forms that dissolve under the tongue bypass stomach absorption issues. We've covered 8 vitamins, 5 that research raised concerns about at high doses, and 3 that studies linked with better health. Here is what to do with this information. Print it out and take it to your doctor. Show them what you are currently taking, ask about testing your vitamin D and B12 levels, and discuss whether any changes make sense for you. Your doctor knows your complete health picture and can interpret this research in the context of your specific medications and conditions. That personalized guidance is what really matters. Imagine walking into your next appointment prepared, you've done your homework, you have specific questions, and you and your doctor create a plan together based on both science and your individual needs. You feel informed and proactive, and over time, you see the results in your health markers. That is what it looks like to be an informed participant in your own health. Here's your next step. Comment the word research below and tell me which finding surprised you the most. I'll send you a summary with study references you can review or share with your doctor. For the next 24 hours, I'll be answering questions in the comments. If this was helpful, click like and share it with someone who might benefit. Subscribe for more research breakdowns like this. My next video covers foods that research has linked with prostate health. Remember, you aren't alone in this. Millions of men are navigating similar concerns. The more informed you are, the better conversations you can have with your healthcare team. And that makes all the difference.